We need those screamers, little poppers.
It looks like it. He's hoping. So as you come in and join us, let us know that we're alive and we're not just talking to ourselves. That would be awesome. My name is Bronwyn Jane, and I am here with Melissa, just in case you missed the time that there we go.
Oh, there we go.
I'm back.
I'm like, oh, do I start singing?
That's right. I'm back. I wanted to make sure I was on a stable internet. So let's start again. My name is Bronwyn Jane, if you don't know who I am, and I am with Melissa. Melissa has been here before, about a year ago, was it?
About, yeah,
I don't remember.
a year ago.
Somewhere around there. So today we are doing some readings. That's our plan. So come in and say hi. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
We also wanted to have a little conversation as we do readings. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Anne. And we were talking before going live about this, and so we're just going to continue. We're allowing you to join our conversation. We were having this private conversation before. It's like, oh, come on, everyone, join our little conversation. So, hi, Katie. Hi, Chanel. Melissa is awesome. Hi, Tony. Hi, Robert. We will share. Let's pick it up where we were in our private conversation in regards to things that people don't realise, that as a psychic, a medium, in our everyday normal life, what it is like to be a psychic medium in our everyday normal life. Because sometimes people think it is one thing and it is totally something else. And I was away last week and got to spend some time with a whole heap of amazing humans, but they're not in our space, right? So they don't walk our walk. Some of them are really curious about it, but it was really interesting to have conversations with these people or interact with them and to see their perception of me, my life, who I am, what I do. I found it kind of fascinating. What is something, Melissa, that people wouldn't realise that you would go through or experience and that someone might not know?
Oh, well, I think the challenges, actually, because a lot of people go, oh, they're spiritual, they're so positive all the time. And we have our days where we're not that positive. And we seem to get hit with a lot more negative things than we do positive things, I think, especially for the last couple of weeks with me. And it's trying to look for that silver lining in that problem. And I think that's it, because as a spiritual person, you know that there's a lesson in every bad interaction that you have. And that's putting it politely, because I would have said it differently.
But we like to swear, just in case you're wondering, but we won't.
And it's looking at things from different angles all the time. So it's looking at the reason it's triggered me, or the reason it's triggered whoever I'm with, and then the way that we navigate through that. I think because, in my old life, I would have told someone to nick off and I would have probably lost my cool. But now I take a deep breath and I listen and I assess, and then I probably have a scream or a cry later on, but then I look at it, and I look at it from a different angle. And I think that's the biggest thing. The biggest takeaway for everybody really is that even in the darkest times, there is light. But when you're living differently, you don't always see that. You don't always understand that there's light in every bit of darkness that you have to encounter.
Yeah. And to add to that too, so I agree. Like for me, it's kind of hard to be in my world sometimes. Like people that are close to me, it's like really think it through if you want to be close to me, because it's not always fun. Because every interaction for me is like looking at soil, like so all the different layers, all the different sediment of soil. So when I am interacting with someone or engaging with someone, there's definitely the surface level, but I can't help, to be able to look at all the layers and all the things simultaneously as I'm going through it. So I've got to really focus to be really present and not, control the reading of the energy of all the multi-layers of what's going on and the why and the lessons and what's showing up and all the aspects of the person without reading their energy, because I definitely don't want to do that. And that happens so quickly. And so it gets processed really fast. And so for me, one of the best things that I ever learned was pausing and breathing, because you take on all that information, you process the layers of the dynamics of what's happening and the relationship and the words and the energy and the feelings and the sensations. It's like, just need to pause just a minute before I do any action. So that nothing is simple. Nothing is straightforward. Nothing is as it seems. Everything is multi-layered. It's exceptionally complex, I find, for any interaction that I have, no matter how simple it is. If I really am looking at it from a true, authentic space, I call it, that's my me part. If I just want to kind of be in the normal human spot, right, who I was rather than who I am, and it's simpler because I'll just look at the surface. But then that is me not being authentic, because for me to be authentic, I can't help but look at everything, feel everything, notice everything, and process everything. So it is a big, everything is big, no matter what it looks like on the surface. And in that, so if you have highs, it's fabulous because that happens in that space. But if you have something that is a little bit more challenging, then it's more intense, as you expressed, Melissa. Like everything's more. And how we navigate that is how we kind of survive being us, right? Yeah. Because we have it, everything's amplified. And it's how we do our work. If it wasn't amplified, we wouldn't be able to hear spirit, see spirit, do all the things. Our dials are turned up, and we can't just turn them up and down for the pick and choose what we want to be able to process. Everything's turned up. We have to learn how to navigate, control, and so we can manage dynamics, relationships, and not look like we're absolutely total lunatics. Right? There's already enough people that think that we're absolutely total lunatics. So we have to navigate life and try and make out we're not. Thank goodness for peace on the inside for doing the work. Right? Because all this happens, and if we've integrated it well, we can go through that whole process. But in here, it's still nice and peaceful.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can be hard for people to understand that it is harder for us to cope with things sometimes, and we pick up on things a little bit differently, I would say, because it can hit us in a different spot. We all of us, and as we know in this community, we have got such a strong community. And if it wasn't for a handful of people that I've come to call very, very, very good friends, I probably would have been put in a nut house this week, because it's been a big week, and you get everyone's energy. So it's learning how to, and this is for people that haven't even done any courses yet. You need to learn how to distance yourself and to not take on other people's energy, not take on their worries. So even if we get the energy of the woo-woo part of it out, don't take on their drama. Like,
it's one of the things. We just had the beginners class start yesterday for the first time with the college, at the Psychic Mediumship College. So if you don't know, that's the other side of what I do. Is the Psychic Mediumship College, and so we had the beginners Intuit Psychic start. And one of the first things that we go through is work out what's yours, what's not. So how to process the energy that you're picking up. We also learn all the other cool stuff, right? How to see, hear, feel, spirit, like all the funky town things. But it is really discerning. Is this mine, what I am feeling, or not? And how to so you can navigate life. Because often, guaranteed, right, of someone on here or all of you, and I can see you all, and I know I haven't said hello to everyone so far, so forgive me, but there would be times where you would be feeling anxious. You might get aches and pains in your body. You might be fine, and then all of a sudden you're triggered by something, and it's not yours. You think it is. You're processing it as yours, but you don't have the skills to know how to discern if it's yours or not. And so you just go, oh, I feel like this now, and can get overwhelmed. Quite often there's a lot of anxiety in our space, but it's not ours. We just don't know that what we're picking up is not ours, and we think, oh, I'm getting anxious. But it's not always us. Yeah. So I just want to say hello to a few other people that we haven't said hello to. So hi, Nat. Missed you. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Jules. Who else is here? Cameron, Robin. Let's just see.
Teresa, Jules,
Awesome.
Michelle, all the Michelles. Thank you.
All the Michelles. Got lots of Michelles. So we're going to do cards. So we are going to do cards. We're going to talk in between this as well. So if you've got, share your experiences too. I'd love to know if anything that we say resonates with you, makes sense. You've experienced that too. I know that it's not just us, right? I know that this is a common thing. Hi, Joe. So, yeah, if you want a card, let us know. Okay, cool.
Can I just say, though, because I've got somebody, and I know we're not doing mediumship, we're doing the cards, but it's kind of like a bit of a shout out from spirit. So I do feel like it's an older, like a grandmother, I'm going to say, but they're showing me who the person is. So this person has straight but wavy hair about shoulder length, and they've got the very vivacious, bubbly personality. And when they smile, they kind of have a little cheeky grin out the side of their mouth when they do that. So I know who it is, but I'm not saying the name. But this person is planning nuptials, and the person that has come through is just wanting to say that they are very proud of them, and almost like they're just hugging them every single day as they walk through that space of preparing to be in a relationship with another person of love and abundance of, children. We'll see. Don't know about that, but that just popped in. I wasn't going to say that, but anyway. So yes. So there's a big congratulations from, I'm going to just say Nana. And there you go.
Awesome. Gotta love Nana's
you'll know who it is. Yeah. The person will know who it is because they'll go, oh, that sounds like me. So yeah, it'll be you.
Awesome. Thanks. What I find in the mediumship space too is sometimes too much. Dead people really got loose lips. They really do. Not great at keeping secrets now. They just overshare.
Mm-hmm.
So they go, oh, baby. Oh, yep, not unusual at all. All right. So I'm just going to Anna P. So what's coming up for you? I'm really going to do my best to be fast today. They're encouraging you, Anna, to remove any self-doubt. This is a big, if you've felt overwhelmed, anything feels like it's too much, they're making me aware of releasing that, clearing that away from you. They're also encouraging you to do a lot of deep breathing to kind of get you nice and centered when you are feeling overwhelmed, because I'm aware of this too. They're making me aware of being able to move energy through your body through movement. So if they're showing me pacing, but I actually don't say they want you to pace, but they're actually letting me know that you need to shift the energy that you hold. They're also saying to me too, thank you, that anything is left unsaid or that you need to say that you've been putting off, that in the next few days is going to be an opportunity for you to be able to air whatever is in your heart that's causing you stress or anxiety, that you're going to be able to do that. Thank you. Anything that we say, that if it makes sense or not, let us know. If it resonates in any way now, great. If not, sometimes it just resonates later in the future. The other thing that I would say is, if we're drawn to a particular person, but the message feels like it lands for you too, don't disregard it just because I haven't or Melissa hasn't said your name because Spirit is a wonderful way, because we have so many people on here, to be able to communicate a message via someone else. So be really open to listening to all the messages, not just one that were directed to someone individually.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because it feels like the messages are for more than one person. When I connected today, it's more like there will be specific people that I'm calling upon, but the message isn't just for you. It's for a lot more people, because it feels like there's a switch is going to happen soon, a big turning point for a lot of people. And I mean, we're all sort of going through that at our own pace, but it feels like it's going to be big for these people that the readings will resonate for today, because there's some big shifts happening. So I actually, Amy Stevenson, I didn't see your whole message because it went through really, really quickly, but I saw your name, and the Knight of Wands came up with desire. Now, when I read them, I read intuitively of what Spirit wants me to say. I don't necessarily go with the card meaning. I never, ever read the books, because I don't really care. I just listen to Spirit and what they want me to say. So in regards to this, the night seems quite dark and black. It's like you're traveling through something you're unaware of, you're not familiar with, and it feels really overwhelming and really claustrophobic. So I want you to know that you're actually moving through that. And the old saying, the darkest before the dawn. It either is you're going through it right now, or you're just about to go through something just a little bit tougher, and then the sun will shine. Then you will be out and everything will just fall into place. So it's almost like what you're going through at the moment is a testing of, I want to say like a soul test. So that's what feels so, they're making me feel really heavy, like I feel weighed down in my shoulders physically. So once you get over that little hurdle, just know that your team are there with you. Have the faith in yourself that you've got. You just, because you're going through it, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what you need at the moment. You need to focus on the light. And even if it's all right, they're showing me a torch. So even if you actually hold a torch out there and just maybe not look into it, because you'll end up with dots all over your eyes, but what they're wanting me to say is you will be fine. That's pretty much it. Around the bush I talk, but anyway. So hopefully some of that made sense in my ramblings, otherwise you'll have to rewatch it.
It's a great bush that you've just gone around.
It's more like the paddock.
It's okay. As a country girl, it's okay. So know that, and when that message came through, just for confirmation, I nearly said I can feel that that's coming from Spirit. So the fact that made sense for you, I think that guidance is coming there. Based on that, I was getting a cause of passing coming in. So my card is for Raylene. I don't know if we've got more than one Raylene on. So if we have, didn't kind of catch your last name, Raylene, sorry, and you've moved up the screen. So this is the card, and it is all about really observing. So don't take things too personally at the moment. It is a reflection time for you. It's also about taking the higher ground. So this is what's required. Now, this could sit around the home front or a situation that has been going for a month and a half thereabouts. Because I'm being made aware of a particular number. They're also telling me too that when you really connect into your own heart intuition, which you do doubt sometimes because they're making me aware of feeling nervous around that it's going to pop in, and I'm aware of things kind of popping in and not necessarily always making sense. Don't overanalyze it, because they're telling me that you can be really heady, and so really trying to dive into it and explore it too much, and it's creating actually a block for you. So if you're learning in this space, I'm not too sure if you're in my school or not, because I know I've got a Raylene in school, but I can't remember if it didn't see your last name, so I can't remember if it's you or not. But if you are learning or you are working in that space or developing your intuition, that you are creating some blocks in the analyzing. So it's encouraging you to really get in the flow. They're also saying if you are learning, they're showing me just getting a notepad and drawing and scribbling it's not so much to interpret whatever you're drawing or scribbling, it's actually to move your mind aside. The other thing they're making me aware of too is you driving and listening to the music, or music having great resonance in regards to receiving messages for you. So the sound is going to be really important for your development, and also that scrying, scribbling part to get your mind out of the way. This will really help you. But also in regards to, as I said, the relationship space or the home space, it is about taking the higher ground, just observing at the moment. Don't respond, don't get kind of involved, just allow things to kind of move through and past. It's almost like let all the crap just fly past and through, and don't get involved.
Beautiful. I've got a card for Christine M. Rose, 9 of Wands, and it's stamina, which is interesting because there you go, the light at the end of the tunnel, another one. So it's obviously a theme. So with this one, I'm made to feel exhausted to start with, and I feel like it's physical and emotional. It's definitely, it will absolutely shift, but there is a moment that you're going to be there's still a lot of learning to do. There's inner reflection, like a deeper reflection that you need. And I do believe that over the next few months that will happen. You won't feel like exhausted all the time, but this inner reflection is going to be happening as you're working through whatever you're working through at this point in time, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But you will come out so much more wiser, so much more happier and content, and you will have a clearer understanding of things. So at the moment, whatever is happening that you're journeying through, it's at the beginning of that journey, and I'm being made to feel like it's a journey that you've been doing, but you feel like you're just at the start of it again. So it's almost like you're taking a different perspective on things, or a different learning of some sort. But it will be a lot quicker this time, and it will feel a lot clearer. You'll understand it. It's like the penny drops and you've got, yep, I've got it this time finally. So hopefully that makes sense.
Awesome. Thanks. If anyone wants to, the whole point of coming and doing these things is so you can meet Melissa. Like, that's the whole reason why I do it. And I want my people that know me to know Melissa. So that's why Melissa's here hanging out with me. So if you like Melissa as much as I like Melissa, because she's pretty cool, and you want to connect with her and have readings with her, the link to be able to connect with her is in the chat. So it will be there, and it will also be at the top of this post. She does all kinds of awesome readings. She's a certified psychic medium. She's also does some pretty cool healings and some other funky town stuff. So she's got a great box of tricks, right? She's a very, very special human that I've known for a very long time. I'm very blessed to have her in my world, and I only hang out with really cool people, right? And you are one of them, and you've got a really special heart and energy. So if anyone sort of likes her vibe and you feel drawn to her, by all means connect with her. She is phenomenal at what she does. And I don't just say that just because she's here, right? I would say it if she wasn't here. So yeah, that link's there. So I've been drawn to pull a card for Bernice. So Bernice, actually I got 3 cards is what I was drawn to, but they kind of all have a very similar vibe. And the message that's coming through for you is in this, that there's nothing to worry about. And anything that is coming up in your world, it's so protected, and there's so much co-creation around this. It's simply, what you've been asked to is to really keep your heart open and infuse. It's almost like when we're manifesting, but you're doing this on a specific situation. This could be around someone's work or your work, because that word is coming in. And this will allow the best possible outcome. And I'm aware too that as we move into July, things, it's almost like the gates open, everything kind of shifts once we're through that. So anything that feels like it's not going as planned or it's not as smooth as I'd hoped, I know that's shifting and changing. And to help that manifest or the energy changing that a little bit faster, it is really about thinking, what kind of thoughts, energy, focus am I putting into this when I think about it? Because they're asking you to just stay in the positive, even if it feels like sometimes you can't. And because you're able to co-create in a way that you don't realize. You also get flashes of inspiration. Don't ignore it. Definitely follow it. Don't doubt it. They're also making me aware too that I don't know if there's a C or a K that's really strong around you, or it's a really short 3-letter name, because they're the references that I'm getting. But they're also acknowledging that too. Thank you. They also said the word son, so as in S-O-N, not S-U-N. So there's an acknowledgement of a young male that is also being acknowledged in this space too. But you are very, very good at co-creating and manifesting with, call it what you like, quantum, universe, God, I don't really care what we label it, in that space. Things are going to come into your world just like gifts, like they're just dropping in. It's all about the energy that you hold, Bernice.
Okay.
Over to you.
I've got a card for Tracy Bing. So I love this card. It's so cute. It's a little, I've actually switched decks. So this one's a little bit of a lighter deck. The card that I've got here is the beautiful rat, which I guess is cute, I suppose, if you like that. But it's a little pink albino, so it's all right. But the main message of this one is to take care of yourself. So you've been running around crazy busy, and you actually need to pull back and stop and start to actually I'm hearing self-worth, but I'm feeling like there's a lot of real inner reflective heart work to be done. Like I don't know whether you've gone through a breakup or it feels a bit deeper. So it feels like there might have been an ending of something, not necessarily a relationship. It could have been an ending of a job or, a big project that you're doing that you kind of had a bit of that you loved doing, but there's an end to it now. And now you need to move on to something bigger and better is basically what I'm being told. So that self-worth, that self-love. Self-worth is acknowledging that you've done such a fantastic job now that that's gone, and you will do a fantastic job going into the future with whatever is coming up for you. I kind of feel like it's a little bit more work-related. At the beginning, it was a relationship, but I think it was a relationship with yourself because I was feeling it in that heart space. But it's time to just pause, reflect, do some inner work on yourself, know that you did a fantastic job, that's coming to an end and something bigger and better is coming along. I hope that makes sense. But the biggest thing here is taking time to, have a sneaky wine in the bath while you light some candles or something. Some reflective time and some self-care.
Oh, I thought you were prescribing what I'm doing after the live. Maybe. So I'm drawn to Christine Rose. The 3 cards is the way we're going. But once again, similar to before, 2 of them are really the same kind of energy, which is all about family, home, that kind of space. So the message is in that area rather than anywhere else. And it is a space of a couple of things. One, we've got to stop kind of trying so hard. Stop trying hard, stop trying to impress, and really have an awareness of things that aren't always as they seem. So really, it's like don't take things on the surface, look below, look beneath that, and explore it a little bit deeper, because things aren't as they always appear, and it sits in the dynamic of family or home there for you. It is also, the other thing too is to really own your value, like your self-worth, Christine, and stop selling yourself short in that space and settling for what people think that you're worth or think that how they want to value you, and really step into owning your truth, your value, and who you are. And that's in those, I'm going to say, those close relationships that you've got. So it could be intimate family, extended family, but in that space. They just showed out work. So I know the last bit also applies to work. So it's really own who you are. And and really don't take what people say as those exact words. feel into it. There is something that is not being said or expressed with the clarity that it deserves. So that was for Christine Rose.
Okay. Julie Mundy. I've got an immersive mermaid here. So cute. And the little Nemos. And that's not just because it's my husband's surname. But it's actually Nemo, not Nemo, but anyway. It's all right. I used to call him that. It's all good. Doesn't matter.
We digress.
I told you I sort of go down rabbit holes every now and then. With this one, I'm feeling like there's a lot of, again, there's a lot of happening around. I'm getting a lot of energy right around my head. Like I'm not going to, I mean, the cards shows underwater, but it's not like you're not drowning. There's just a lot happening. And it's almost like you are seeing all those fish flying around and not knowing where to connect first, not knowing which task to tackle at this point in time. So what I suggest, what Spirit is saying is just close your eyes, reach out and pick one and then focus on that. So it's not that you're not organized. It's just that there's so much happening. You only need to look at one task at a time. So write everything down that you need. And then even if you close your eyes and do the old finger thing and up and down the line and then dot, whatever works, whatever's going to be fun and simple, and focus on that first. And then just check through your list, because I'm feeling a lot of overwhelm at the moment with all those fish running around your head.
Thanks. Yeah, Cameron, exactly. When, as I said earlier, sometimes Spirit is going to communicate a message that is for more than one person. So the fact that made perfect sense for you, that's what they do. So we can actually serve as many people as possible, because we'd be here all night if we wanted to give everyone a reading, really, because we don't want to just go and pull a card and go, oh, forgiveness, right? And pull the next one. Oh, forgiveness. We actually want to add some depth to it to the best we can. But the byproduct of that is that we can't cover everyone. And so definitely listen to everyone's message, because they do that all the time, just as they've done with Cameron. So the reading I've got here is for Nana Bella. Obviously, she's a beautiful Nana. And in that, the thing that's coming up in this for you is really about being super present, to not be jumping too far ahead in your mind, getting in that planning space or worry space or focus, and to actually really be in the present, be now. They're also letting me know too that in this space too, we've got some energy that we need to kind of shift. So it's with great sort of love and respect that the spirit world is saying, like, there's things here that are in your world that you need help with getting out of your world. So this is really developing really strong boundaries for you and holding those with everyone, even though you love really big, because I just said you've got a massive heart and you love really big. But the byproduct of loving to the degree that you do is that your boundaries sometimes are tested, or people don't take you seriously when you were trying to hold them. So because of that, then we've got some energy around you that is not ideal, and it needs to be kind of shifted and cleared. You're the one to do that. They're actually making me aware of putting music on in your house. So music on, depending on where you live, like you might not want to necessarily open the windows and doors for a long period of time, but they're making me aware of getting it out of your house through sound. They're also saying that self-love is really important for you. So you can be a little bit tough on yourself and a little bit critical of what you're doing and how you're doing it. And they're asking you to release a little bit of that judgment that you have, judgment on yourself and judgment when it shows up in the everyday life. You have such a big heart and they want it really full, but you also fill it up with a lot of pressure on yourself.
That's really interesting. I've been drawn to Yvette, and I didn't get your last name, sorry, but I think there's only one of you that's in the line. But I got the Judgment card, which is interesting because,
wow.
So I think whatever happened, whatever was just spoken about in Bronwyn's also will relate to this card, but there's an opportunity as well coming through for this. So it's about not judging the opportunity as such and just going with the flow, and feeling into your body. If it feels good, then go with it, even if it doesn't make sense. It may look good on paper, or it may not look good on paper, but what I'm being told is that just trust your feeling, trust your gut instinct. We say trust your gut instinct, but it's that feeling in your heart. If it doesn't feel right because you're questioning over and over and over again, then just let it go. But if you feel excited about it, you can feel the butterflies, go with it. What have you got to lose? So just feel into it.
Awesome.
Don't judge it.
Hi, Tara. Tara's saying hi.
Hi, Tara. Hi, Kelly.
Hi,
Hi,
Tara.
Belinda. Hi, Selena. There's so many people popping on.
I'm drawn to Sarah Jones. So I don't know if there's more than one Sarah, so hence why I said her last name. I'm really conscious about saying people's last names because this is here for a little while. These recordings. What I've got here is, once again, 3 cards. There's a couple of things that are coming up. The one thing that you're being reminded of, that any effort that you have put in, thanks, that I just say thanks to the air, just in case you're wondering, that any effort that you have put in that to around sort of both work and home, because there's 2 different things coming up, is not wasted. Things will eventually succeed. So if it's like stop, start, they're making me aware that it will, things will go forward. They're also making me aware too that there is a lot of opportunity coming up for you. And the timing is just about right. This feels like, thank you. So anything that you've been hesitating in, because they actually show me jumping into something that's new, anything that you're like, I've been putting this off because it doesn't feel right for me. There's telling you that it will be, we're coming into the perfect timing. Now, if you have young children or there are young children around you, this could align with them just because they're making aware of children at the same time as they're talking about this. They're also saying too that the support that you have from the spirit world, and I'm being drawn particularly to a lady, is really profound. And you may have had visions when you're asleep, or there's something that's coming through when you're asleep, because they're making me aware of sleep and a connection in that way. They're also making me aware of if you had a connection that would feel like a touch, or someone has engaged with you, or even the young person, all normal, because they're actually making me aware of touching, and letting you know that they're around. They're also bringing lots of symbols, because they're showing me as if when someone would bring like a coin or something that's really traditional like that, to let you know that they're around. Thanks. If you found something on the ground, pick it up, look at it, really see if there is a coin with a specific date on it or something like that, because they're actually showing me that there is a date. Thanks. They're also making me aware, thank you, of it. Be quiet. I'm talking really loud now. They're also making me aware of anniversary or birthday that they want to acknowledge too, that is really close or coming up. That's either just happened, because they said coming up, sometimes it's just about to happen. There, thank you. They gave me the number 5 too. Hopefully in that something makes sense. I don't know if someone is turning 5 or May is really important, but 5 is significant. It's to do with like a person, not so much 5 weeks from now. They're not talking about that. It's actually an identifying factor. Things are going to be a lot better for you. And anything that is taken out of your world, please let it go. Don't hang on to it. It's not for you.
I've got a card for Kate, and it's actually really interesting that this popped up, because I don't know whether you can see it, but there's a glass of wine there and a bottle behind it. And it's got satisfaction. It's about satisfaction. Obviously, that inner self-love time, that pampering time, that sneaky off to the salon and take some time for yourself for a change, and stop giving it to everybody else all the time. You need to stop and regroup, recalibrate, and whether white wine or recalibrate, I'm not too sure, but. Basically, I'm not saying go out to BWS right now, but what I am saying is enjoy those things that you really like to do, because you're not doing enough of it. So your time is spent with others and elsewhere. Pull it back a little bit. and have some time for yourself to enjoy the things that you like, your little indulgences, whether that's wine or chocolate, whatever the case may be.
So we've got a few people that are like on the wine train. Really, we're not a bunch of drinkers. Just sounds like it, doesn't it? It's like, what kind of people are these people? Really not.
That could be a card for everybody, really.
Yeah, that's Melissa's just given us a card for the weekend. It's like, yeah, go and celebrate. Look after yourselves. All right, so who am I drawn to? It just definitely sounds good after a long day, Christine. Yes, that's right. It's a Friday. Do whatever you need to spoil yourself. The thing. I wanted to share something that popped. I was talking to someone yesterday. As you know, I've got the Psychic Mediumship College. I do that thing. I also do readings and that kind of stuff. And I was talking to someone yesterday in coaching when I was doing some one-to-one coaching, and we were talking about the current state of play if you look out into the world. Right. And it can be a little bit, I mean, I don't watch the news, or like full disclosure, like I'm disconnected from all that kind of stuff. I'm not the slightest bit interested. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't help me. It impacts my energy, and I'm really energetically conscious, like to the nth degree based on what I do. Like every single thing that I do, I consider my energy. So I don't do the news. But the one thing that we were talking about is it was like, oh, if you could do anything, what would you do? And the person said world peace, right? That's what they said. And the thing that, and I take no credit, this didn't come from me, right? So I take no credit for the next few words. But the thing that came through in that space was the only way that we get world peace is if everyone does inner peace.
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah, that makes total sense to me, right? Because when you've got inner peace, it does not matter what's happening externally in your environment. You can navigate it if you have inner peace. If you do not have inner peace, then you are going to be impacted by your outer world, and it's going to spin you around like you're at a disco. So if every individual, which, it's a big ask, right, we're not going to get there, but if we focused on our own inner peace as individuals, and if enough of us do it, it creates a change. It doesn't take that much to change a frequency. Like if anyone look into different frequency levels, you don't need as many positive frequencies as you do negative to change. But that's what Spirit said. World peace comes from inner peace. And so when you look at where we are struggling in that space, then it is a reflection of someone's inner state. It really is. And it doesn't matter who they are. I don't care what label is on the door they walk through. If they are behaving a certain way, then it is a reflection of what is inside. So just thought I'd share what Spirit shared yesterday.
And it is quite profound, isn't it? Like, because we don't really, when we're not at that frequency or that level, and you'll hear a lot of us talk about frequency, and, I think it took a little while for my family to understand, because even though you're going through, like attracts like, it's science, right? So if you think negative, then you're going to get negative back. If you think positive, then you're going to get positive. So if you're going through the negative and you think positive, then the positive is going to come and shift the negative.
100% it does.
And it's as simple as
quantum
that.
science is proven.
Yeah. So we all have our bad
science
days.
geek.
Just love, just find that light, find the love in it, and then focus on that, and the rest will disappear.
Do the inner work.
And yes, we all know that you're a science geek, and that's why we love you.
I'm a science. I'm such a spiritual nerd. Right? I really am. It's got to be sciencey. It's got to be factual. We've got to understand it. We've got to test it. We've got to measure it. That's who I am. I am not your woo-woo unicorn chick. That's not me.
But that's how we understand it as well, isn't it? Like that's how the human brain, the muggle mind, understands the woo-woo. Is if you break it down, then you, and into layman's terms, then it makes sense. It just makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Which is why I love the
As I
colours.
said, we could go. Thanks. Anyone that wants to be part of these kind of conversations and that kind of stuff, in the chat is a link to our free community that we share all kinds of things in there, from spirit messages to resources that you can use for free, invitations to free sort of workshops or whatever. It's all in there, but you've got to be in that group to be able to be part of it, because we don't share it all out on this page and things like that. It's in the group. So yeah, for anyone that's inclined. The other thing too is I know Chanel's going to put a free development resource here too for anyone that wants to kind of get some tips on. She's put the link there. Look at her, she's awesome. Put the link there for the Facebook group. So if you want to join that, by all means join that. And she's also going to put free link to the ebook for you too. All right. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday,
36.
John.
Woo, 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 woo. That's my version of celebrating, John, just so you know. Not the best, but you've got it. I hope whatever you are doing and whatever your day has been absolutely awesome. All right, so we'll do a few more cards before we jump off. Okay, yeah, Bronwyn makes things easy. Thanks, Tony. Try my best. Thanks, Nat. I know you. You've been studying this for a little while. Yep, the free resources. Let's say happy birthday to John. Let's all love on John like Bellies. It's his birthday. Let's send him some love.
Yes, happy birthday.
Birthday, John.
I was nearly going to sing, but, I charge people.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that for John. No, my Ricky's birthday. not a renouncing at all. Let's send John some love.
And I do want to reiterate, like the consciousness, the collective group is so fantastic. There's so much stuff in there, and even the practice sessions that we have, the resources that are there, like it's invaluable. Absolutely is, 100%.
We've got the most amazing person coming as a guest.
Oh, really? Oh, the suspense is killing me.
All right, so some cards. All right, thanks, guys, for sending John some birthday love. I love it. You guys are the best that come and hang out here. You really are. Really, really are. The best people come here and hang. All right, so Selena, so I've been drawn to you. I'm just going to get the other cards that I want to get for you. Oh, this is nice. So really nice partnerships, friendships, connections, that kind of thing are coming up for you. So really, let me just show you to start with. Right, there's all these cards here. But there is choices also. So first of all, what I'm being made aware of is that there is I'm going to call it a random meeting. So sometimes we don't expect to meet someone that's really significant in our life. It could be romantic, but it could just be one of those friends that I feel like I've known you forever, but I've known you 5 minutes. There's a special connection that is coming in. This is like a divine connection, something that is really special there to fill in a gap, or you've got some kind of where you had a yearning for something, and this person is coming into your world to fill in that space that you had a lack in connection. It is also, as I said, it's going to feel like one of those connections where it's really feels familiar, even though it's really fresh. It's something that you've been waiting for a very long time to bring, just level up your happiness, level up the joy, just level up all that within you. It is all about making your life just so joyful at the moment. It's been a hard patch, or it's felt like it's been kind of slow, and you're just kind of going through the motions, a bit like Groundhog Day, and you may have even going, I don't know what direction I want to make, or I've got decisions I want to make and I just don't know how to make them. This change in energy through this friendship and through this frequency change through a higher happiness will just make that easy. So if you were hesitating on making a decision or having a particular conversation that was hard, because you didn't kind of know how to do it, know that this connection that's either just coming or about to come is really going to give you some clarity around that and just change almost like the whole way that you show up. And you're going to feel like how you used to feel, because it kind of feels like when we used to have a higher level of joy, and it's dissipated a little bit, and now it's being returned to you, which is, I think, awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Okay, I've got a card for Anne, and I think it was, and I should go to Specsavers, but I think it was either Iva or Ivy. I couldn't, I couldn't get it in time. But I have the Six of Wands, and what I'm getting is like a metamorphosis. So this card's beautiful. There's beautiful, vibrant colors, and there's butterflies everywhere. There's flowers. It's almost as if the card itself says victory, but I keep thinking to myself, Victoria, not Victoria. Yes, Victoria. So I'm not too sure what that is, because I was going to correct myself, and then I kept getting it again. So Victoria, I don't know what Victoria stands for, means, if it means anything at all. But I'm seeing, obviously the card says victory, but that's what I'm getting, Victoria. So maybe it's distance or travel or something that's evolving, that's starting to blossom and bloom, because everything that's coming out with this is, I don't want to be cliche. I want to say the word enlightenment, so I'm going to, but it just makes me feel lighter and brighter and more connected and a little bit heady, because I'm feeling like a little bit those first stages, like the butterfly feelings that you get, those first stages of being heady, like you're in love kind of space, like that bliss, total bliss is what I'm getting. Thank you very much. So I don't know what's happening for you at the moment, or whether you're going to Victoria, I don't know. But whether it's distance, travel, I don't know. But something's going to be happening, and it's going to be huge, and it's going to feel really, really good. I hope that makes sense.
Awesome. Fabulous. So don't forget, Melissa is awesome, just in case you forgot. I just need to remind you. Melissa is awesome. And if you love her vibe, you think that she can serve you in regards to giving you some personal insights, whether it be a psychic reading, a mediumship reading, or a healing, or something else out of her magic box, connect with her. Her link is in the chat. This is just a sample of what she can do. We are really conscious when we're on Facebook that we can't read like we would read in a one-to-one situation. In a one-to-one situation, we are very specific. We're looking for really specific details. We're looking for dates. We're looking for be able to describe all the things. It is all about evidence when we're doing it in a one-to-one space. In a space like this, where it is open, it is public, we have to not change it, but we can't be as precise for your privacy. Like, we're really conscious of your privacy when we're doing these as ethical readers, because the recording is there for whoever to watch for at least 30 days. And so it's a very different experience when it is a one-to-one private reading. So know that you would get a very different experience to what you experience here, because it is all about precise, accurate, detailed information in a one-to-one reading, whereas this is more intuitive guidance. So totally different. We definitely didn't, Melissa, we did not stick to our time that we thought we were going to stick to. We had a plan before we came on here. Didn't happen at all, as usual. I told you, linear time.
That's right.
Not my friend. So we are going to do that old 1, 2, 3 group kind of card reading thingity bob. Think of a number that you are drawn to between 1, 2, and 3. We will do a collective reading. So I'll do part of it. Melissa's going to do part of it for number 1, and then the same for number 2, and then the same for number 3. Your job is to pick your number that you feel will resonate with you, and listen to the reading. Now, within the reading, part of it may resonate, the whole part, like all the reading might resonate. Take what makes sense for you, leave the rest, and allow it to land. the way it's meant to land. So we'll do this. Put your number in the chat, whether it be 1, 2, and 3, and we will connect into our cards and start. If you want to go first.
Okay.
Mel, you
All
can.
right. I've got the Chariot moving forward. There's a motion, and it's coming in through the darkness and into the light. So there's going to be a lot of change, a lot of motion, a lot of movement, a lot of filtering what you don't need, what you do need, and just releasing the stuff that you actually don't really need. You feel like you need it because that's the old you and it's familiar, but get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it, because more stuff is coming and it's lighter and it's vibrant and it's so much more beautiful, and you are going to just love life so much more. But please just release what no longer serves you, because it's not serving you. So get rid of it. Move forward.
And to add to those that were drawn to number 1, the other thing that I want to add in there is, 1, to be really connect into what you've accomplished so far, how far you've come. It's not about what you haven't done. It is really about what you have done. To be really grateful for the relationship that you have and the relationships that are coming into your world and are blossoming. Those that are that you didn't anticipate to show up, and allow them to fill your heart as you do to others. They're also making me aware that those that are drawn to number 1, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You might expect things to be done by a certain amount of time, but just stop doing that and allow yourself to really just to acknowledge everything that you've been through, everything that you are going through, and to breathe. You are supported in a way that you do not anticipate. You do not even truly understand, even if you think you do, because you're on a spiritual journey. It is beyond anything that you truly know, and to open your heart and allow that to lift you when you need to be lifted, because they are waiting to lift you through any challenges that you are going through now, and that you've been through, to just repair your heart, that if there's any little scars on it.
Okay, I've got the second card, number 2. With this one, it's a beautiful card, and it's twins. So it's like you're living in 2 different worlds as you're walking through, and it feels like it's coming back, like relates to number 1 in a sense, because you're walking through and there's 2 different worlds, 2 different paths that you're trying to pick. You don't know which one is more suitable for you. I just need you to lean into which one feels good in your heart. And it's all about that feeling, that both ways will work. Both ways will work. You'll get to where you need to be. But if you want it easier, use your gut instinct, feel the way that you're going through into that, because at the moment you're living in your head as well as your heart, and you just need to fine tune a little bit more. Feel it, feel into it.
So thank you. To add to those that are drawn to the number 2, you are being guided to really hone in to any joy energy that you've got going around. So it is about doing that manifesting, looking at your gratitude, being really open in that space to bring in the higher energy. They're also making me aware of noticing magic in spaces that you don't anticipate, or the tiny little moments. And it could be something as simple as just walking and just noticing a really nice insect, bird, something like that. They're also saying that is any opportunity to let go, release, forgive. This is your time to do this. It's holding you back and it's keeping you a little bit stuck. And it's actually not impacting the other people as much as you think it is. It's really impacting you. And so you're being called to let yourself go from what you're hanging on to. It's really holding you back. It's stopping you from co-creating, and it's really hopping into that energy of the life that you want. And so this just let go and forgive and release. And it doesn't even have to balance out the way that you think it does, because karma will occur without you realizing, and you don't need to know that it's occurred. Just trust that it does. They just said, you've got this. So I know that whatever you are working towards, working through, you definitely have the strength within you to do that. and you are supported. They're also making me aware. So anyone that is drawn to number 2 that loves dolphins, that is where the joy energy sits. So anything that like that, images, necklaces, whatever, the joy of a dolphin, or if you think about a dolphin swimming through the water, the joy that kind of represents, they're making me aware that think of that when you are trying to bring joy into your world, the energy that you see them experience there. The other thing too is if you've got an opportunity to be able to connect to nature, I want to say hug a tree, but people think that's weird, but not really. To connect with nature, that will help shift anything that you are holding in that release space. What you need to release is like go and release it into nature, walking, doing the things.
I've got card number 3 now. I had actually swapped decks, but they're both pretty much the same. So the Page of Pentacles, reliability is one thing that I got, and I wasn't getting a lot from that card. I was just getting reliability. So that's why I swapped decks, because I thought maybe I was on the wrong one. The next card I got is that I will show you who to trust. So I will show you. So Spirit is telling me that they will guide you to whoever it is that you need in this moment in time. There's somebody that is coming into your world, or has just come into your world. Okay, thank you. They're here. You know them. You're aware of them. They are reliable, because normally you're the person that's reliable. You're the one that has to rely on yourself all the time because you feel like you can't rely on anybody else. Spirit is telling me that you can actually rely on this person. You will be cautious, and that's okay. That's natural. That's fine. But having the 2 cards being the same for me really drives the point that just trust your instinct again. I know that's kind of been the common theme that I've been going with, but it's really important that you do trust yourself, because you haven't been trusting yourself for a little while. You are reliable. Yes, we know that. You've got that down pat. This other person is reliable as well. You just need to let go a little bit, release, and be comfortable. Trust people. Start to trust again.
And to add to that, in that, what I'm being guided to share is when we focus on service of others, we get everything that we want but more. And so if you are wanting to change anything that you're experiencing, it's about being in that space of coming of service without expectation of having anything in return. And you will get the things that you are seeking, but it's going to come from a different area, a different space than the person that you've just been a service for. So you'll get repaid in a different way. They're also making me aware of that when you are showing up in the way that you do to help and to be there for others, that you already have an awareness that does serve you, but it is about letting go of anything, letting go of what you think it should look like. It is really just going out there and shining your light for others, just being you. When you smile and when you go into people's energy and their presence, you don't realize the impact that you have on others. You just feel how you feel, but you don't know that the energy that you are projecting to others and how just being around you or what you say to someone, how it really makes a significant change. So keep doing that. Keep doing those small little acts of kindness that you do, because it is profound and it does really make a change. Now, the interesting thing that I'm being made aware of, that's really uncomfortable for you, and you're got a humility about you that it makes this type of conversation you're a little bit nervous, or you're like, no, that's not really how it is, but it is. And you won't always speak up because you don't believe what I'm saying. You don't believe that this is the truth, and they're telling me that it is. So really work on your throat chakra, really work on clearing your throat, speaking your truth, speaking your kindness. Don't worry how it's going to be received. You don't need to know. Just know that what the words that you say and the actions that you do make a profound difference to those that are around you. You need to work a little bit on your confidence. So I would encourage you to definitely bring in anything that's going to amplify some of your chakras that are going to help you in that space. Work on your your throat chakra, work on your third chakra. So work with yellow, work with blue to be able to help you with your confidence. You are a profound person, and you need to own how profound you are. Thanks.
100%.
I kind of feel like it's mic drop. When that's what it feels like. So, mic drop. All right. So, just to thank you all, we had great intentions for not being here that long. So, I really appreciate that you have stuck with us. You know, we weren't going to hold you here for this long, but I know you obviously have a choice not to be here, but we are really appreciative that you stayed. Remember, Melissa, if you want to connect with her in a one-to-one space and have a reading with her, do so. The link is in the chat. If you'd like to learn more and kind of hang out with people like us, definitely join the group. The link is in the chat, and if there is a free resource there as our way of saying thank you for being with us. However you are spending your weekend, enjoy it. This weekend only happens once. Next weekend is different. So enjoy this weekend. And remember, for us that are seeking peace, it starts within. So whatever that looks like for you, try and bring it into your world. The biggest thing that I could say to you, and the biggest lesson that I learned, and we started with this at the beginning of the hour, was pause, breathe before you do anything, say anything. Become centered, go in, then react. It's the first step to allowing yourself to have peace within. Melissa, is there anything that you want to share before we jump off?
I echo everything that you've said, but I really, really am sincerely grateful that everybody showed up tonight. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said to Bronwyn, I was packing my dacks because I don't like being in front of people. It makes me uncomfortable, and it's another fear that I have been facing. So if something comes up for you and you're not 100%, you don't want to do it because it scares you, step into it and you will overcome it, because I know that each and every one of you has the strength within you to be able to do that. And it feels so much, you just feel lighter and so much more liberated after it and empowered. And does this mean that I'll do lives every day? Yeah, probably not. But I'm one step closer to doing them every maybe week, and it's all because of you for supporting me. So thank you so much.
Fabulous. We're just pester Mel to do them all the time. You never know, both of us hate the camera, really. Like we were talking about that before we came on. We don't like being on screen and on the camera and doing all the things. It's not our zone of genius. It's not where we're comfortable at all. We much prefer the one-to-one space, but we do it because we know you guys come and we want to give you a reading and we want to be able to give you some kind of guidance. So take what we have shared, integrate what feels right, let go of the rest, have an awesome weekend, go out there and spread your sunshine, your love, your kindness with others so we can make a